the coaching staff?
He did when I asked him why he didn't want to go in. So
During the game or before?
no, that was in the third quarter.
Devondre opting to not go into the game. What do you need to do to ensure that you don't lose the rest of the locker room?
I haven't lost anybody. That's somebody who doesn't want to play football. It's pretty simple. I mean, I think our team and myself, we know how we feel about that. So I don't think we need to talk about him anymore.
Whoa. Kyle Shanahan has a big problem on his hands. I think this is Kyle Shanahan should be his last season. Personally, that's how I feel. I feel like Kyle Shanahan had 8 years. He had half of his run was 4 years really bad and 4 years really good. And this is really bad. He has all the players in this world on his team, and now they're turning prima donnas, and he can't get high level players that they are getting big level contracts to even play good anymore. And now he's blaming the players. Wow. I mean, there's nothing to say on top of this. Kyle Shanahan recently, he just, you know, you know, and the 49ers players are turning to prima donnas also. Instead of focus, they're more focused on beat rock writers like Grant Cohen than focusing on being better or trying to turn their season around. They're worried about their podcasts. They're worried about all these different things. They're focusing itself on the football. You know what I mean? And I guess, Debo has had one of the worst years he's had, and he's getting all that money. And there's going to come a time, you guys, where they're going to have to make that decision and probably trade Debo Samuel. Or if they can, cut him. If they can.
I mean, he's a professional. He's been playing for a long time. I mean, if he didn't want to play, he shouldn't have dressed out. He could have told him that before the game. So I feel like there was some subtle shit that he did. Definitely hurt the team because D went down, and we needed a linebacker. And I think Flan was banged up too. So for him to do that, that's some subtle stuff to me, in my opinion. Like, he's probably gonna get cut soon. So it is what it is with that.
Damn, he said he probably won't get cut soon. He's absolutely right. I wonder what made Devontae Campbell do that. Something happened in practice. Something happened in practice to make him feel that way. Something happened. There's a bigger story that we're not getting, because he was playing all year long. Now let's go to YouTube real quick and see what Grant is saying. See what Grant is saying. Is he gonna say? Wow. Wow, you guys. Let's see what George Kittle said.
You said you would have liked to know in the moment about what Devondre did
Sure.
rather than find out.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. This is another issue with 49ers. They're quick to blame the other player. Straight up. They're quick to out the other person. Now, I will say, granted, George Kittle has had a good year. But they will blame each other. That's one thing the 49ers have been doing all year. All these predominant players been doing is blaming each other and putting the blame on somebody. It used to be if you had a tight knit team that you could know how to not let that stuff, your opinions like that leak out of the locker room. You guys have been doing this all year, blaming each other.
After the game, why is that?
Because I'm a leader on the team, and if that is something that is being a distraction on the sideline, I would love to voice my own opinion in the moment. And now we're past that moment, so it doesn't matter what I wish I could have said or wish I could have done. But I don't like distractions on the sideline. I think that's ignorant, and I think it's just dumb. It's just stupid, and it's very immature. And I just don't see how that's I just don't see how you can do something like that to your team.
George, you are one of the leaders on the team, and this isn't familiar territory. You guys haven't gotten used to losing. What do you want to see from this team as far as effort, energy, whatever down the stretch, if indeed you guys are not going to the playoffs?
You know what? I'm just going to quote my safety, Huff. He broke the team down after the game, and he said that his mindset and his attitude will be 100% effort on every single day, every practice, every single rep, and he will fight until the wheels fall off because he has been fighting his ass off to get back on the football field this year.
George Kittle has been playing. Like I said, George Kittle has played really well this year. Having one of his best years in the last 3 or 4 years. I know it looks different when they're winning, but actually statistically, he's having one of his better years. Yeah.
And he has only gotten so many reps, and he's played really, really good football for us. And he said that he's just going to bring it, and he expects everybody around him to also bring in fiery energy, to bring the passion, no matter what circumstances are, no matter what percentage, no matter what odds have to happen for us to continue playing later this year. But we just have to focus on this one game, take these 3 days, get away, and show up on Monday with great intent and great effort.
George, you have.
They're here first, and I'll come to you. Oh, you're way over there.
George, you aforementioned what Dre Greenlaw means to the team and what you told the tight end room. What does Dre Greenlaw mean to you, and how does he inspire you?
My wife is calling me. So
There's one thing I can't stand about the 49 reporters, well, most of them, except for like Grant, they throw all these softball-ass questions. Can't stand that shit, bro. Softball-ass questions. The Browns. And
just feel like I failed the team. That I could have been better for our offense, and we could have put up more points. But Rams are a good team overall. But more than anything, for the way that we play on offense and our standard, I could have.
What team do Los Angeles Rams?
Very, very frustrating. Like, end of the day, like,
he's having a terrible season, bro. Last week he blamed it on one of the other players. Let's see who blames it on this week.
it's that ball. It's nothing there but the end zone. At the end of the day, just got to catch that rock.
I mean, you've been able to do that in the past.
Just like seeing.
Deebo drops a lot of footballs, bro. No, did he drops a lot of footballs. But this year he's done it extremely a lot more.
The moment came across the middle and see nothing but the end zone at the end of the day. Like, got to look the ball in and go score.
How much did weather impact you guys in that first half?
We got here, we was kind of expecting the rain. That's why a lot of guys wore studs, but didn't really impact it too much. We like to run the ball, so this is what we do. But it kind of limited, what we can do in the passing game a little bit.
Were the Rams doing anything in particular that was stopping the runs at all, or?
No, I don't think so.
On that drop, your reaction is that probably the pinnacle of your frustration this season?
I was more frustrated than anything that I even dropped.
Oh my gosh, right. Get rid of him. Get rid of him.
Wow. Stream with me anymore. He didn't like the way that last show went. I thought it was our best show. I thought it was our least boring show. I can't force him to stand a hand. We really gave him a lot of credit for beating the Bears in retrospect. 38 points. We were saying stuff like, man, he's grown up. He's different now. He's humbled. Those lost. He is different. He's going to come into this game against the Rams, and he's going to coach his best. He's going to have the Niners locked in. A solid unit. I mean, they're going to have Greenlaw back. It's all going to come together for the 49ers. Well, it's what they do. In the most important game of the season against Sean McVay, against a team that only scored 12 points, this is what Kyle Shanahan did. These are his stats. 19 runs and 31 passes in the rain. 6 points. Offensive genius, 6 points. And one player quit on him. His team fell apart. Like, let's compare him and Sean McVay. Sean McVay is not a great coach. 12 points. What was the difference between Kyle and Sean McVay in this game? Season on the line for both teams. One guy won a Super Bowl. Another guy lost a bunch. So what McVay did was he just kept running the ball over and over and over and over and over again. Didn't matter what he was gaining. I mean, Kyron Williams was getting like 3 yards a carry. Didn't matter. Ran the ball with Kyron Williams 29 times.
Smart. Just like the snow, you do that too.
Total, Sean McVay called 34 passes and 31 runs. 34 runs and 31 passes. Sean McVay called 34 runs and 31 passes. It's great. That's what you should do. He had a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and he ran the ball at 3 yards a carry. He was sensible. That's how you win. You stick with it, and at the end of the game, the Niners couldn't stop the run. Kyle just started passing with a quarterback who can't really throw that well in the rain. And so that's, I mean, just the...
All right, as soon as it started raining, Brock Purdy was cooked. It was over for Brock Purdy. I mean, he was going to have a tough time winning this game. As soon as it started raining, and Brock Purdy was already playing bad already. But just imagine how. I mean, it's just imagine if you got to pay a guy who wants 50, 60, $70 million, and he can't even throw in the rain or when it snows. He already has a arm that isn't very good. He's just Jimmy G 2.0. That's all he is. Should have kept Trey Lance. And probably like, oh, you should have kept Trey Lance. Yeah, because you could have developed and you had a quarterback with an arm. But everybody wanted to win. Right?
The run pass thing is something Kyle's been doing in big games his whole career. It's Kyle. No, he hasn't grown and changed. It's Kyle. The other thing was the game plan. Like, it was the Debo game plan. And we all knew it. Like, this is why I say you gotta trade Kyle, man. Like, we know him better than he knows himself.
Now, 100% true. All right, let's move on.